combination of lenses. Now see, the combination of lenses means, let us consider, for simplicity purpose, we have taken the two lenses. The two lenses are placed side by side, and this is the principal axis, and assume that the two lenses are separated by some distance d. If I call the focal length of this lens is f1 and focal length of this lens is f2, power of this lens is p1, power of this lens is p2. Now I want to find the equivalent combination of this. The equivalent combination of this focal length, we'll call this as a f equivalent, that is 1 by f equivalent, which is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 minus d by f1 into f2. This is the equivalent focal length of the whole combination. And similarly, equivalent power of the combination, which is given as P1 plus P2 minus D into P1 into P2, where P is the P1, P2 are the power of each one. D is the distance between the two lenses. If equivalent focal length of the whole combination, if it is positive, that means the overall combination behaving like a convex lens. If it is negative, the whole combination behaving like a concave lens. If it is infinity, then whole combination behave like a transparent plate. Transparent plate means what? Simply light ray will come and will go. That is in that case, transparent plate we can say. Now let us say the gap between the two lenses is filled with some other medium. Let us consider here. If I fill with some other medium, say if I fill kiya to, agar previously we have assumed that the gap between them is air we have considered. Now let us say the gap between them is some other medium. If I call it as some medium, some liquid, so something if I did. In those cases, what will happen? You see this thing here, this part. In those cases, we need to find the equivalent focal length of this part, that should be equal to, in that case, equivalent focal length, that is 1 by f equivalent, which will be equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 minus d by mu into f1 into f2, and equivalent power P equivalent is P1 plus P2 minus d by mu into P1 into P2. Okay. Now let us say that two lenses are in contact. If they are in contact, means distance between them is 0. So d is equal to 0. Then in that case, equivalent focal length, which is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2, and equivalent power, which is equal to what you tell me now, P1 plus P2.